Welcome to Jade Coloring. This is going to be my finished pages video. Now, I haven't done a finished pages video since I think October. So for a few months there, I haven't really been coloring since like November. But I finally picked it up, more about the first of the year, getting some pages done. And finally I have enough where I feel like, it's worth a video. So you would think that it would be a lot since it's been several months since I posted one, but unfortunately most of that time I hadn't been coloring. But I'm still really happy with what I did get done. It's some pretty cute ones and I had a lot of fun. So the first thing is the Sock Goblin. This is a Korean book and it's a little bit smaller in size, which is always fun to work on because they don't take as long most of the time to finish. And I like this one. I guess it's kind of like a story. And then, that's kind of what it is in the front. But in the back, there's more like storybook scenes with the characters. And I did one of those. I think they're adorable. I did the 3 Little Pigs. And I think I mainly used, polychromos maybe. For the, yes, I think it was polychromos, Faber-Castell. And I had a lot of fun coming up with the different colors for this one. I like doing the little house, and I really challenged myself to do the grass a little bit more detailed. It's something that I got so carried away with doing the grass that I didn't realize that the image kind of cut off, at the here, and then I realized it and kind of erased some of it on this side, but I think it still looks okay, even though that's kind of overshooting where the image stops. But I had so much fun doing the grass, and then I thought it was fun coming up with their little outfits. They're all dressed up like, the characters, like this is the 3 Little Pigs, and then of course the wolf in the little costumes. And another thing I liked doing was kind of that pop of color with the orange for the roof. But yeah, all in all, it was a really fun page. And the trees were also kind of a challenge. And I like doing the sky too. I kind of left it a little bit less blended out, but I kind of like how it looked. But that's the one I did in Sock Goblin. A Million Little Monsters by Lulu Mayo. This one I did a color along, and I started the color along maybe November, but I didn't finish it until the end of February. But at least I got it done. I was pretty happy that I did get it done, because I hate having like one part of a color along on there but not give y'all like the second part. And I did this, I guess it's kind of like a Loch Ness monster, and I did draw on inspiration from all the colors that she has on the cover. And I did create like a color palette for this one, and I tried to kind of stick to it as best I could, but it's something I don't normally do, so it was a little bit challenging, and I did kind of add some different colors in there. But I think, I used Prismacolor, and I used a little bit of Posca for like little details like the snow on the mountains. And I meant to go back in and outline the waves, but I think I decided that I didn't really like how that was turning out, so I just didn't do any more with outlining the waves. And there was a little bit of stickle, just like a tiny bit on this little spaceship, and then a like glitter gel pen around that planet. But it was so much fun. I really enjoyed coming up with trying to challenge myself and fit that color palette in. I think it turned out super cool. I like how bright it is. It's very colorful. And that's why I like this book too, because I really do like to add a lot of color to these pages in A Million Little Monsters. And then I did one in Matchstick Mouse. I did show kind of how I started this one, and I did end up finishing it, and I thought it was super adorable. I love how little the mouse is in this one, and the lamb was a lot of fun to color. I did base it with acrylic markers, I think is what I used for the sky, and then I used the Crayola Super Tips for pretty much everything else. And I just did some shading with Prismas, and I did use the acrylic marker to go over the dark line art on the lamb, just to make him look a little fluffier, hopefully. It was a little bit of a challenge, because I'm not very comfortable with doing fur, or wool and stuff, or coloring animals in general, but I think it turned out really cute. I liked the pink flowers and the purple, kind of mixing it up with the two different colors. And I thought the grass, that's another thing that kind of makes me nervous, is doing grass, and I think it turned out really nicely too. Yeah, Matchstick Mouse, a springtime coloring book. And this is, let me kind of move these out of the way. Ladies of Leisure 3 by Zan Von Zed. And when I was in kind of a coloring slump, I do like to kind of color something in these books. I don't know, I just find them to be a little bit quicker than most portraits and things like that. So I did finish one in here. Actually, I think I did this one. I might have done more than one in this one. This one was very interesting to color. I really enjoyed it. I think I used Prismacolors, and I don't think I did any marker base. No. I kind of think she looks like a I was trying to think of the word. It kind of reminds me of like Cinderella, sort of, if she had pink hair and an interesting like headdress and stuff. But I don't know, I really loved it. I have so much fun working on her pictures. I like coloring them, and I liked coming up with kind of like the colors for the clouds in the background, or whatever it is. I assume it's clouds. And the pink hair was really cool too. But I don't know if this is my favorite one this month, but I did like it a lot. It kind of got me back into coloring again after the first of the year. And I think, okay, yeah, I did another one in Zan Von Zed's book, but I think I left it on my coloring cart, so I'm gonna have to go get that here in a minute. But I was really happy to do this one. And this was actually one that I did in October, but I forgot to share it. It's in Fairy and Fantasy. This is the grayscale version by Christine Caron. It was the little seedling fairy. I think it turned out really cool. I did use Distress Ink Oxide, and it does look, you can kind of see the texture of, whatever I was using to blend those colors together, but I actually kind of like it. It was really fun kind of making it look a little bit like it's glowing. I think I looked at her original artwork for this one maybe, and kind of drew inspiration from that because I was kind of really wanting to finish this one. It had been a whip for a little while. I did use marker for the little fairy and I think her hair and her skin, and I did pink hair again, but I started this one like maybe a year before I did the Zan Von Zed page, but yeah, I guess I've just been in a pink hair mood. And I used a little bit of Posca to kind of I was just trying to kind of make it look a little bit sparkly there in the center, kind of like, I guess, sparkles, I don't know. And I think it turned out good. Usually when I try to do that, I don't like the effect, but I'm trying to get a little more confident with using different things to add little embellishments and stuff. And I really like the purple flowers. I did use Prismacolor for the pencil work. And I attempted to use water because I think that is something you can do with the distressed inks, but I wasn't liking it, so I just kind of stopped. It's just like the tiniest of little splatters on the edge there. I think this might be the book that I have the most finished pages in. I really need to work on getting more done. This is a whip that I really want to finish. I kind of started it in October with every intention of finishing it, but I don't know, I just some of them, you know, they are whips for a long time, but it's because I want to take my time and go back to it when I really am feeling like coloring that certain page. And this is one that I really took my time with his skin, and I did kind of draw inspiration from her original artwork as well. I was trying to kind of use the real pink kind of hues and purple. But yeah, I really want to finish this one soon. Yeah, I have a lot of finished pages and a lot of started ones in this one. Maybe this will be the year I finish the book. I hope. I did one in Little Fantasy by Jashley. And this book is so adorable. I wanted it for so long. I did this kind of another fairy, a mushroom fairy. Or well, she's sitting on mushrooms at least. And I tried to do a different color combination for the mushrooms. I was trying to not do just like red with the white circles. And I was really happy with how it turned out. I used Polychromos, I think, for the pencil. And I thought I had based something, but I guess I didn't. No, I don't think I did. But I really like this one. I forgot about this one. This one might be my favorite, actually. It's sometimes hard to pick because I had a lot of fun doing this one too. And I was really pleased with how everything turned out, and I really liked the blue flowers. And I tried to do kind of like a fading effect with her wings, kind of where it turns into orange, purple-ish red to orange. But yeah, I love this book. I can't wait to do more in this one. Because there are a lot of cute ones. And I finally finished a page in Vintage Classic Coloring Books. This is by Tatiana Bogima-Solova. She does the nice little town books, but she also does, I think she has several more of these. But this one's a little bit different. I think this might be my favorite out of the series. And I did the cover page. It was the Little Red Riding Hood. And I did kind of, I drew a lot of inspiration from the cover, kind of with the light gray, white almost wolf. And kind of helped me get this page done. But I really like it. I had a lot of fun doing this one. I used Prismacolor, and I did base her outfit with alcohol markers. So it kind of gives it a nice little vibrant look. I really like doing her her hat, like kind of, you know, the classic Little Red Riding Hood color, but different because it's not like a complete, you know, cape or cloak, I guess is what you would call that. But yeah, there was a lot of greenery on this page and brown tones, so I try not to stray too much from that, adding pops of color here and there with the flowers and stuff. But yeah, I really love this one too. I have a work in progress that I really need to finish as well. It's the Rapunzel one. I guess it's the mountains in the background that are kind of making me hesitate on finishing this one. But at least I got this one done. I'm pretty excited about it. And it is kind of a scary wolf, really. It's a really big one. And I like the little owl and the little squirrel. Vintage classic coloring. Ladies of Leisure 2. I had to kind of hunt for this one. I had forgotten where I placed it because I was still working on a page in here. But the first Zan Van Zed page I did really got me back into coloring this month, and then I kind of just continued with coloring in her books. I have, I want to say maybe there is 4, but I could be lying. And I just love her books. This one's more of a line art version, so it's not quite as grayscaled. But I did this one, and I used Prismacolors, and I really loved how it turned out. I think it was Lavelia's coloring. She had like a combo for blonde hair, and I really liked it, so I ended up trying that. It had like maybe beige sienna in it, and I had never thought about using that and to kind of get like a nice blonde color. So I think it turned out really cute, and I decided on not doing anything with the background because I kind of just liked keeping it simple, and the way it was, I think it kind of looks nice with just the elements that are there. I had kind of tossed around using like a soft pastel background, but eventually decided on nothing. But I tried to make the roses, or I don't know if they're roses or like carnations or something, I'm not sure. I'm not good with flowers, but I decided on doing them purple. And again, I really love her artwork. It's so fun, and the hair is always really beautiful, and the outfit is very nice. Just had a lot of fun with this one. It's a little different coloring the line art versus like the grayscale. I feel like you get a different outcome with the skin than when you color like the grayscale version. There's just a little bit slight differences, but pretty pleased with it. And I was working on this one the other day, and I've been trying to use Caran d'Ache Pablos just to kind of see how I could do the skin tone with those, because I usually just grab my Prismas for doing like the skin and stuff, but I decided I wanted to try something different, and I thought this page was interesting. I'm not purposely trying to color everything in order, but it's just kind of how it's turning out. But hopefully I'll get this one finished for March, and it'll be interesting because they're are wells in this picture. So I'll have to figure out how to color that. That's everything I colored for the last few months. Mainly in February. A few of them I finished up, you know, in February, but started earlier or later in 2023. But I'm hoping to get back into coloring a little bit more this month and do some videos for y'all. I was thinking actually doing the color along in Ladies of Leisure 4. I like this one a lot too. But I've kind of, well, I think it was this one. I'm really bad about remembering. I have so many of them and I've worked on all of them, so it's kind of hard to remember which ones I've started or which one I was thinking about. I think it's this one actually. Sorry y'all, it's this one. I think it's the first one, Ladies of Leisure. And I've really wanted to do, it's the cover page. But I want to do that one for a color along, I think. I've been really drawn to mushrooms lately. And I like how light grayscale this is, and I think it would be really fun to work on this on camera with y'all. But something, I know, to look forward to. I'm excited about doing that. And I guess that's everything. Thank y'all for watching, and until the next video. Bye y'all.